So, Justine Pissot obviously was a player drafted by the Indiana Fever. And I'm going to be talking a little bit today about one thing that I really didn't like to see from the Fever. And this is something where they pulled the Warriors, where they basically went all over social media last year proclaiming themselves to be above other franchises and we're the gold standard and all that. And then they go and just like kind of do nothing about it. And it's shown when, you know what, actually, they're kind of not. Before we get on to it, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We are trying to hit 58,750 subscribers by the end of the day. It'll be absolutely incredible. But Justine Pissot posted on a post, she had a post on Twitter. Before we get on to that, let's take a look at Gabriela Jaquez. So Gabriela Jaquez gets signed by the Sky, or right after the draft for the Sky, or a couple of days after the draft. So the Sky give her a care package. The Sky give her make sure that they give her a custom picture of her and her family at the draft, which is nice. Obviously, pancake mix it is what it is. And you get a welcome to Chicago, obviously flowers, and then custom cookies. So they all definitely made some sort of an effort for Gabriela Jaquez. They made some sort of an effort for these players. And this wouldn't really matter. This is just, okay, how do we kind of treat our rookies and stuff? None of this would matter if it wasn't for the fact that the Indiana Fever's whole now you know, basically they victory lapped a team that almost didn't make the playoffs last year. They victory lapped a team that barely made the playoffs. Not only that, last year we saw what they did with free agents, the rookies, they made sure that they walked into the Pacers facility and it was this huge big deal. And you've now got a situation for the Fever. So, could you guess what the Indiana Fever did? Did they, A, give Justine Pissot generic Fever merchandise, which wouldn't even be that bad, or B, recycle an old All-Star bag, that All-Star goodie bag from a year ago that has Indy All-Star 2025 written on it? They did the latter. And I'm sorry, they gave her LaCroix water and a goodie bag left over from All-Star weekend. And look, I don't think this is the biggest deal in the world. But when you are the Indiana Fever organization and you are getting outclassed in any regard by the poverty Sky, it doesn't look good. It does not look good. You gave them a Indy 2025. Fever send their recycled 2025 All-Star game bags. The Sky got custom cookies. They're definitely the same companies that made Angel's Cake. The bonus they gave Kelsey Mitchell to not play overseas should have went for this. Man, this is laziness. This is an organization that spent all their marketing budget a year ago on that bullshit Now You Know campaign. And by the way, they're still trying to say Now You Know. They have all those every game is a home game t-shirts. And they try, everything about it. Everything was about the Indiana Fever last year was being look, we're basically better than everybody else. Look, we signed all these washed up vets. This is the place everyone wants to be. And now you strike out in free agency. You don't sign any bigs. You are one of the losers of the draft. And the only reason the offseason has not been a massive, big, fat F for the Indiana Fever is because they have cap flexibility going into 2028. Nobody signed for more than 2 years. So going into 2028, when Aaliyah and Caitlin are probably going to be there or there, they're both going to be 26 years old and they're going to be in their primes, or they're going to be entering their primes. You've got cap flexibility when Caitlin and Aaliyah are entering their primes. And that is the only reason this hasn't been an absolute unmitigated disaster. And not only that, when you go into 2028, you are 1 year away from Caitlin. Aaliyah can walk for free if she wants, and you're 1 year at the end of the season, and you're 1 year away from Caitlin being able to walk for free. So the only reason people aren't calling the Indiana Fever the biggest losers in free agency, and everyone's like, oh, but they brought the big three back. Well, yeah, they cored and gave the max. Kelsey Mitchell could not leave. For Kelsey Mitchell to not come back for Indiana, and the Indiana Fever would have had to have wanted to trade her, or she would have had to retire. She would have had to retire to not come back to Indiana. You don't get a win for coring and maxing a player. That cannot be seen as a win. Or retaining players on rookie deals. That's not a win. They overpaid for free agents. Ty Harris, exceptional. And this is an organization that, makes it seem like they're this elite organization. Man, they're poverty. This is a poverty organization that put in a big marketing budget into 2025. That it is what it is. It is what it is. And they were poverty before Caitlin Clark got there. They're slightly less poverty now, but they're still poverty. They're still a poverty organization. And you're looking at rookies, and all they can do is hand them a recycled bag from a year ago. Like, handing them a recycled bag for a year ago? Like, it is what it is. Like, we have to look at this and say what it is. This is a complete poverty organization. And obviously, they made a big deal about players in 2025. Are the Fever punting on this season or something just as a whole? Are they tanking all, are they putting their marketing budget to zero and tanking everything about this season and saying, you know what, maybe we have a chance in 5 years if we can keep Caitlin and Aaliyah Boston together, which they, trust me, if things aren't going well, I can see them both. They could both leave, to be honest. It's mad. It's mad. Like, this just sums it up. This just sums it all up. That the Indiana Fever can't even give generic merchandise to their rookies. That they have to recycle all-star stuff from a year ago for their rookies. And this seems like a small thing. This does seem like a small thing. But a year ago, this wouldn't have happened. A year ago, it was all these, they were parading rookies around everywhere. They were everywhere at Pacers games. Well, there's no Pacers games at the minute, to be fair. To be fair, they're not in the playoffs. But, they were doing everything they could to promote everybody right now. And right now, the Indiana Fever, some of their players have gone to Indiana. And they've already basically replaced Justine Passat. They've already, as good as said, Justine Passat's not making the roster. So, there is not a roster spot for Justine Passat. It doesn't really matter what she does. They've already given their contracts and promised minutes and promised roles to 12 players. Unless KK Timpson misses it, but KK Timpson, they can't because there's no big. Justine Passat's a big guard. And we're going to be watching Justine Passat at some stage. I hope she enjoys, she enjoys preseason in Indiana, because it's going to be fun watching her play against the Indiana Fever for probably a team as good, if not better than Indiana, because they realize that 6'4" snipers don't grow on trees. But for the Indiana Fever, if a 6'4" sniper can't post up, they're going to be cut. Just like why two teams traded Leo Fibish for nothing, because they saw a 6'4" sniper wing winning MVPs in Spain and locking up people and said, she doesn't post up, we don't want her. And this is going to be another situation for the Fever. The Sky, by the way, Justine Passat is a better version of Aisha Sivka, from what I've seen. And the Sky will gladly, are saying they'll bring over Aisha Sivka if she wants to come over. It is what it is. But anyway, I'll see you guys.